Welcome everyone. So in this video it's going to be about how to practice self-love, all those self-care activities and things like that. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Celine, and in this tarot channel I will give you 3 general readings, and as always I've prepared 3 groups for you to choose from for this video. And all you have to do is pick a card or cards that you feel the most attracted or drawn to, and just use your intuition to pick a group or a card. So I will just write down into introducing them. For group number 1, we have Kitty Cone Tarot deck with the Black Obsidian. For group number 2, we have Everyday Tarot deck with the Rose Quartz. And for group number 3, we have the Wadesmith Tarot deck with the Tiger's Eye. So just pause the video or take a moment to meditate on the question, how do I practice self-love? What do I need for filling my own cups right now? And then just pick a group or the groups you are most drawn to, and maybe you're drawn to the stones, and that's okay. And I'll see you at the click of your timestamps. You can find those in the description box or on the comment section. So welcome group number 1, and this is your reading, Black Obsidian. Let's take a quick look at it. It is about like purification and sucking out all of these bad energies that maybe we don't need to. So Page of Swords tells me that you have been sort of working hard in order to fit in. Maybe it is in your workplace, or maybe it is in your social life. So you have been like sort of making plans, going a little bit out of your comfort zone in order to be with other people and to fit in. So because of that, you might have been feeling as though you need a refresh. You need to refresh. So you need to go out and try new things that make you feel very curious. I can tell that you're a very curious person, so making or going after things that intrigue your curiosity, that sort of speaks to your curious mind. For example, learning something new. It could be learning a language at a school, or sort of taking up dance lessons. That could be how you can practice your self-love as well. Just trying new things, like experiencing novel things with yourself or with other people, can also be beneficial to you. And the Moon card tells me that there is something in you that you have been wanting to try for a very long time, but you haven't. So think about one thing, or maybe there are many things that you have been wanting to try, but you haven't tried because you think to yourself that you don't have enough time, or you don't have enough resources, or you don't have enough money saved up. So whatever that is inside you, you need to sort of just do it without procrastinating any longer. So group number 1, whatever you have been procrastinating on, such as building your skills, or trying new things, or just meeting new friends, or even like calling up old friends, that could be something you have been wanting to do for a while, but you haven't done so. So you need to sort of go into that type of mode where you need to ask yourself, what have you been not doing that you have been meaning to do? So that is what you need to do in order to sort of feel refreshed again mentally and just feel better. And that's one of the ways to love yourself too, right? Just not like giving yourself excuses anymore and just going for what you want to do for a long time. No more excuses. So, and this is all about you sort of meeting other people, such as your friends and maybe your family members, that could also be potentially energy, sort of like potentially energizing activity for you, because maybe you are needing to refresh in the ways that you do something new, but with the people that you genuinely care about, not just the acquaintances, but close people. So maybe you have been giving a lot of your time and energy to other people, such as newly made acquaintances or newly made friends, but they're still not like close enough to you. So maybe you have been giving your time and energy on those people. And although it is very normal and valid to spend time with these new people, it's also important to turn your attention sometimes to more deeper connections in your life, the closer people or friends in your life. So spending quality time with quality people, such as not like even doing something big, but maybe just going to coffee shop, chatting, catching up, and then also just reading books together and discussing books. So maybe you might want to join literature type of clubs as well if reading is your interest, and go there with your close friends or family members. That could be a way of self-care for you to feel really energized from deep down. So group number 1, I want to know more how you can practice. So yeah, so you just need to take a rest and let your worries go away for a while, but that doesn't mean that you are going to suppress your feelings or any of these negative worries that are maybe like crucial sometimes for us to worry about paying bills, right? But you need to sort of let those down and just enjoy the present moment. So whatever worries that you might be having, it is very, very beneficial for you to meditate, take a deep breath, and then sort of just like in this card, right? Just relax without, just like sometimes we just need to stop being human for a while, but in a way that we know life is short, so sometimes worrying anything about everything is just not it for us. So maybe you have been worrying about so many things going on in your life, so just let those go aside for a while, and then just give yourself some time to rest, like really deep rest. Take a nap, for example, just like in this photo, right? So just like in this picture, just take a nap or do what makes you feel deeply relaxed, whether it is going outside to around nature, seaside, mountains, hiking with friends, or just exploring new places on your own, or doing some skincare, or just like caring about yourself by going out on the massage, like getting massage for yourself. So just do like those really deep relaxation, and whatever that may mean to you is totally dependent on you. What really relaxes you may be, of course, different from other people, so you need to ask yourself, maybe for example, sometimes people feel more energized with others, but maybe for you, you need to deeply relax on your own. So take that time to really relax, and even like going to a therapist may be even beneficial to you. So if your worries have been consuming you, it's really necessary to talk about those and express and be vulnerable with not only like a therapist. It doesn't necessarily have to be a therapist, but it has to be someone that you really trust with your deepest, darkest secrets, and just let them all out. And even if those are the feelings that you don't like to admit to yourself, like maybe jealousy or some sort of like negative feelings that you think are a bit shameful to talk about, well, talking about those with your close friends that you really trust, that can be actually healing and therapeutic to you. So, or maybe if you're not the type to feel healed through talking to other people, writing it down like journaling can also be very good self-love and self-care activity for you, group number one. So I want to know one last time. So you are probably always like thinking about your next steps in life, and those kind of future forward thinking can be very much so taxing on your mental health. So you need to learn to let go of those worries sometimes and realize that life is too short, and whatever decision you make, you can always go back and make another decision if you regret the first decision that you made, right? So be patient with yourself and sort of like let life flow, and that is how you can practice your self-love and all of these self-care activities that you can do, group number one. So I hope you enjoyed. This is the end of your reading, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like, subscribe, and set the notice so you can see and get more future tarot free readings in the future. So, and yeah, I will see you in my next videos. Welcome, group number two. So if you chose this group, this is your reading. Let's take a quick closer look at the rose quartz. It's all about self-love, communication, and if you want to incorporate those type of healing energy, that is the rose quartz that you might want to keep with you. And let's get right into how you can practice your self-love. So I see that you have been sort of dealing with a lot of your mental energy on a lot of like anxiety and allowing others to make you feel a certain way. And sometimes, no matter how confident we are, when we hear from other people about who we are like as people, or when people pick favorites, when they play favorites, or when they treat you in the unfair ways that we don't deserve, we know that we don't deserve to be treated, we feel very much like down in the dumps, which is completely normal and valid. But I can see that because of those like similar reasons, you have been feeling as though you are not yourself that much lately. So I want to know how exactly you can practice that self-love to heal from these feelings and get back to loving yourself again and also feel your best again. So the Sun card is all about experimenting the joy of life, and maybe like even this could be sort of like literally going out in the sun. Maybe you have been cooped up in your room, which can be dark, and sometimes you don't get enough sun, which reinforces the feelings of depressed mood or just like low mood in general. So in order to practice your self-love, go out in the sun and do things that make you feel giddy, just like the horse, like giddy. When you ride a horse, maybe you will feel giddy. So something that involves your hands. So think about like going rock climbing, that could be also good, or painting or drawing something, or writing your feelings down like journaling. Those activities could be totally self-serving to you in a way that will reinforce your self-love again, and you will feel genuinely happy. So go out in the sun and go out in nature. And if you love animals, like if you don't have pets, you could go to the cat coffee shop, dog coffee shop, or even, I don't know, turtle coffee shops. Whatever your favorite animal is, you can go out to the farms to see them and just disconnect from the technological world sometimes. So you need to get in touch with nature and use your hands to create something that brings you joy. Almost like when you were young, we never really had to worry about what others thought of us when we were a child. So you need to go back to your childhood days a bit and ask yourself what you did as a child that brought you happiness, right? Maybe it's playing with your friends, literally running around playing tag. And sometimes it's okay, even as an adult, you can do the exact same. And also, your guides are giving you the message that whatever you're feeling, your anxiety and all of your low mood is going to be ending very soon, and that you might be dealing with some sort of hopelessness, but your guides are telling you that you need to be able to feel like you are someone, a child again, in order to refresh yourself and be hopeful about the future again and just living in general. So go out of your room. That is what I can see. So I can see that you have been feeling really bad. So group number 2, I can totally empathize with you, because you are just, maybe you have been betrayed or talked badly by someone or people that you care about. So because of that, you have been feeling as though you don't really trust anyone as of the moment, and because of that, you have been probably stuck in these self negative thought patterns. So again, this is very good card, confirms with the Sun card. You need to reconnect with your childhood. So you need to treat yourself as though how you would treat a small child. How you would treat a small child is, of course, it's going to be filled with kindness and just very much so compassion, right? You will need to be tender towards a child. So you need to be I think that if you're talking negatively to yourself, you need to really stop that, and you need to say kind words to yourself, and you need to use this words of affirmation tool set every morning when you wake up, or every night before you go to sleep. You need to say how wonderful you are, or you should be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say those kind words to yourself. And sure, it might feel silly at first, but over time, if it becomes a daily practice, then you are going to sort of seek that internal validation instead of external validation. So maybe your current worries are all about you not getting those external validations by the people around you, which can feel, of course, defeating, but at the same time, true confidence comes from our own internal validation. So when we seek external validation, it's never-ending journey. So I feel that you need to really gain that self-confidence as well. So do all of those affirmation, say kind words to yourself, and just stop yourself. Try to say kinder words to yourself, because you need to really give yourself the grace sometimes. Group number 2. And Knight of Pentacles is all about sort of telling you that there is this opportunity coming your way, and your guides are actually giving you a lot of hope. You're going to have very, very slow but incoming love potential. So this is about those who are single. So maybe you have been very down and about your love life, but your guides are telling you to stay hopeful about your love life as well. So I think that if you like have faith in your life journey and trust in yourself enough that you will get past these hard times, that is going to be very crucial way of self-love as well. And Queen of Swords is all about cutting off those bad habits in your life. So maybe right now your bad habit reinforces your low mood, staying inside on the bed too long, or not talking to the right people, or allowing the wrong people to mess with your mind, and listening to criticisms instead of who you are as a person. So maybe you know deep down that you are a kind person, but other people who don't really know you, but they think they know you, they might have criticized you, and because of that you're very sensitive, and you just listen to them and you think they're true even though they're not. And being sensitive is not a bad thing at all. That means you're in tune with your emotions. So you need to sort of be strong in the sense that you cut off all of those people in your life that tells you the very false things about who you are as a person, group number 2. So just trust your intuition on who to trust, who to cut off, and be very direct, group number 2. So being very direct communicator instead of being passive even when others talk down on you is going to serve you in the long term, not only for a short self-care routine. So these are all the ways that you can practice your self-love, group number 2. I wish you luck on your self-love journey also. This is going to be very hard, but of course will be very worth it. You will come out stronger, kinder, and as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be okay. And I can sense that your guides are also telling you the same message. So this is the end of your reading, group number 2. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and also set the notif, because future videos are coming out very soon, and I will see you in my next videos. So welcome, group number 3. If you chose this group, this is your reading. Let's take a quick closer look at your tiger's eye. So a lot of energy coming. I feel like already your guides are very, very willing to tell you your messages already. Tiger's eye is all about sort of being grounded and just like having your feelings brought up to the ground sometimes, right? Staying realistic and all of those luck, perfect protection and balance energy that you might need in your life. So that is something you might want to keep in your home. So Page of Cups tells me that there is a good luck offering coming your way, or maybe in a sense like you have been giving out your love and energy a lot to people around you as well. So I think that you are a very sensitive soul, so maybe you're the type of person who enjoys poetry, poems, writing poems, reading poems, and like just immersing yourself in poems almost. So 10 of Pentacles is all about being like almost rich as well. So I feel that your guides are sort of like telling you, in order to practice your self-love, you need to know that you are doing extremely well and that you are hardworking, and it is time for you to relax and just enjoy the fruits of your labor without worrying too much about what is your next project going to be. This is going to be about you having to spend some time with yourself in a way that is nurturing and caring to you, and that could mean a lot of things, right? So one of the things that I can sense right away is to spend some time with someone who is very caring about you. So maybe spending time with your mother or your grandmother or someone from your family that is very nurturing, right? Your father can of course still be nurturing, so, or maybe your sisters or your brothers. So just spend time with like very close relatives or close family members that you feel like you haven't been having enough time to spend yet. So I think that will really make you feel good. You need to visit your hometown if you haven't for a long time, in order to practice some self-love and to recharge your battery. So for example, you need to go back to your hometown, take like 2 days vacation, and reconnect with your old relatives and be in the sort of like in the backyard of your house, for example. So that is what I can see. So yeah, just take a vacation on your own solo and decide what you want to do there, group number 3. So you might want to choose to have a companion such as your pet in order to enjoy your trip a little bit more. Or if you don't have a pet, maybe you might want to bring someone who is very easy to be with. Maybe it's a new person that you know, or maybe it's your love interest. So try something new and sort of like just take a breather, right? By trying to be with people who you know care about you deep down, not just the people we have in your life that you don't know for a very long time. So King of Cups tells me that you need to be able to be empathetic about yours towards yourself. So you have been giving a lot of your time and energy trying to make other people feel good and such, but you need to pour more of those love onto yourself. So maybe let's say you have been planning, making plans and all of those things, but I think that you need to also make plans for yourself, right? So maybe you have been planning and arranging all of those hangouts or meetups with others, but you need to also arrange a day trip or 2 or 3 days trip for yourself as well with the people you really care about. So you need to go out and sort of like find out what makes you feel very much fulfilling, right? Deep down, not just like on a superficial level, but on an emotional level, what makes you feel fulfilled. So maybe it is about reconnecting with old family members that I have mentioned, that these cards have messages for you, or maybe it is about being with the animals, surrounded by the people that you love, or maybe it is just you taking a moment of your alone time as well, because you have been struggling a lot with like just you thinking that people tolerate you, right? Instead of them actually wanting to be with you. So those types of self-limiting beliefs and self-defeating beliefs could have had a toll on you. So you need to sort of hang out with yourself as well to know like how cool of a person you are, that even when you take some time by yourself and just go somewhere by yourself, you can still enjoy yourself, and that means a lot, right? So you need to gather self-confidence again and know that people do actually like you, group number 3, and that they don't tolerate you. And maybe you feel like it because you're the person who initiates plans the most, but people do really appreciate that about you. So it's okay to just take a solo journey and find yourself again, find your energy again. So just go back and be there with other people and just being fair to other people. I can see that you're a very empathetic person, group number 3, because you not only want to make other people feel good all the time, but you also want like the world to be fair and just. So because of that, you always feel like you need to like put your nose in like almost anyone's sort of like worries or conflicts, but sometimes you really don't have to and just need to let the life sort itself out, right? So this strength card might be telling you that you need to let go of some things that you cannot control, and that may sound a bit like an honest criticism, group number 3, and I hope you appreciate it. But I think that as long as you realize sometimes things are unfair, well, you need to accept that reality, and maybe that's why Tiger Stone is what you were attracted to, because it is about grounding you to the realistic moment as well. So just staying realistic about some of the things that you feel strongly, such as your morals, that can be sort of like not compromising your morals, but sort of just seeing things as they are and not expecting the perfect picture to go well all the time. That can really, really relieve you of this savior type of mindset, right? Group number 3. So I hope that you can appreciate that. And yeah, you need to sort of let people come to you and also be empathetic towards you. You focus on other people a lot because you are a very empathetic person, and you want other people to feel good and just have their worries go away. But you also need to realize that you cannot solve all the problems in the world, no matter how much you care about them, because sometimes people make decisions that are just out of our control, and almost anything in life is out of control. So your guides are telling you that in order to practice self-love, don't carry so much on your own, and also just like let them down for a while and know when to let go of the things that you actually cannot control. And helping other people is such a great quality, so don't let that go away either. Just try to pick your battles wisely more. That is how you can practice your self-love as well, group number 3. So yeah, just be who you are, and I can see you're very like a person who just makes friends easily, and you go towards people you're interested in. So focus on yourself, focus on your strengths, focus on your life, but let go of things that you cannot control, and don't take everything on your own hands. Let other people take some of the burdens as well. You don't have to be the only helper in any friendships or relationships, and just give yourself alone time or with the family members you care about. So maybe with both of your parents. So that is how you can practice self-love, group number 3. And that's the end of your reading, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, and set the noti, because future videos are coming out soon, and I will see you in my next videos.